did the focus on social justice help us double our audience over the last year, so people were responsive because they knew we were different. Now I get calls. Today, the very first call I got from the mayor in the city I won't name right now, like, yo, Detavio, we want to do this social justice thinking. Like, now we are known for that, right? So not only did it double our audience, but it gave us a major differentiator in the marketplace. But then more importantly, like, it gave us soul, it gave us heart, it gave us mission. Revolt was originally founded to start a music revolution, right? I always say Revolt, the brand, can only do one thing, lead a revolution. It was created to start a music revolution. As we've evolved into where we are now the revolution we care most about is the fight for Black liberation. So it is always going to be ingrained in who we are. It gives us a reason to wake up every day and fight and work as hard as we do. And again, like, the audience always shows up and responds. They're gonna show up and respond to respectfully Justin and the fun stuff too, you know what I mean? But the audience appreciates that we are fighting. I think they believe we are fighting side by side with them. That's why I always say we're not covering the news, we're an active catalyst in this battle. And I think the audience really appreciates that.
And now you're in charge of all of it.
Yeah.
How's that transition been for you? Do you feel more relieved? Is it harder? How do you feel?
Yeah, it's actually really interesting because I didn't really think that there was going to be a big difference between president and CEO. Probably became president of my first company at 30, and I'm now 40. So
Young.
For me, it was like, oh, I've been leading companies for the last 10 years. The CEO role was different. The marketplace reaction was different. It was so large. The way people reacted to my announcement as CEO. I've been promoted many times in my life. I've never seen or felt a reaction like that. By 9 a.m., 10 a.m., I was like, okay, this is normal. By noon, I was like, what is going on? Like, why do people care what's happening, right? So that was like my first flag that things were different. Two, even people like Tarek, who's the board member who represents Comb Enterprises and leads on the Revolt side. I reported to Tarek as a board member on that side. He was challenging me to behave and move differently now that I was CEO. And then the other big thing that I really had to get used to, I think I've always been the face of a brand, but I was always playing the back. Always pushing the team out in front because I don't want it, I don't need it. I'm super comfortable playing in the back. And this was like, oh, you can't do that. Like, oh no, you are the face, which means you get all the good, but it also means you get all the bad. You know what I mean? And so that's been a huge adjustment. And so
yeah, so you doing interviews, podcasts.
It's literally the job now. You know what I mean? Like, it literally is like, this is what your job is here to do. You create heat for the brand. You're the one that's out there getting investors excited. You're the one that's getting brands and advertisers excited. You're the one that's out there like fighting our core. Like, I'm down to do it. But you know, in the past it was like, nah, let the team go do. Here I don't have a choice. It's like, you the CEO, you gotta show up. Yeah, the way that I would say it is, it feels God ordained. Like, I would have never asked to be the face. I would have never asked to. Again, I'm super comfortable in the back. But I feel like every step that I've taken throughout my career has prepared me for this moment. It is the biggest Black lives, fight for Black liberation that we've seen in my history. Well, guess what? I'm an African American studies major. My father was big in the Black culture. I grew up in a house with nothing but Black culture, Black, you know what I mean?